Hey kids, it's Papa with Paranormal Papa Investigations. First off, happy October. We are officially in the spooky month now, and we had some heller first time investigations planned for the month of October. That's the first thing I want to talk about. I have communicated with a lot of paranormal teams in southern Michigan, northern Indiana, and a few of them even further away. A lot of the towns that used to let us go and investigate the cemeteries or abandoned buildings, they began to crack down. They always use the excuse that vandalism is on the uprise. And it's strange that we have gone in to Niles, Michigan. We have investigated multiple cemeteries, even private cemeteries, and never had an issue. The city, the township, the city police department, the county police department, even the cemetery sexton and security has never given us a problem. They've never given us an excuse. They've never denied us. We recently wanted to go in to another of the top 10 haunted cemeteries in the state of Michigan. And Mark, in his properly linguistic style, contacted the city to let them know what day we were going to come in. And he was flat out told, we're not allowing this anymore. Vandalism is on an uprise. People are climbing the fences and driving through there and parking and drinking and doing illegal things. So we have started locking the gate, and the gate is watched by CCTV, and law enforcement are regularly driving the perimeter with their lights on. So he calls another town. We just recently done a paranormal flashback of Prospect Hill Cemetery in Paw Paw, Michigan. Now they want us to make a presentation to the city council before we can even go back into there. Last time, it was one simple phone call to get permission, and the night of the investigation to let the police department know, or the county sheriffs know, that we were coming in to do that investigation. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. There's so many weird things happening in the paranormal community. It's very weird that all of a sudden no one is permitted to go into these places. Is it a financial thing? If it is, they're not telling us. You know, they may let some large team come in if they're willing to make a sizable donation. If that's the case, they're not telling us. Is there really vandalism going on? When we drive by these locations in the daylight, it doesn't look like anything's any different than it's ever been before. It's just strange. It's just strange. Now, we recently got a call from a conservation club southwest of South Bend, Indiana, almost over to the Illinois line, almost directly east from Kankakee, Illinois. It's going to be a heck of a drive, but we're trying to figure out when we can go in and do not only the buildings, but the property that they say there's been a lot of activity. There's native burial mounds. There's stories of native spirits that watch those mounds and the land closely. The president and the treasurer of the Conservation Club have both had many incidents occur. So we're going to be checking into that one for the month of October. But this paranormal flashback, we are back in Niles, Michigan, at the Silver Brook Cemetery. If you guys will remember, here a few weeks ago, we done a video on that one, paranormal flashback. That's the one with the very old receiving vault that we got a lot of interaction at. Of course, you know, it's also the burial place of Anna Eisner, the fabled witch of Niles. This was a hell of an investigation. I mean, this place literally haunted my dreams because of all the activity and stuff that we ran across. Will it still haunt my dreams after this investigation? What'd we find? I'm here to tell you, we were not dissatisfied. Check us out. This one's good.
Silver Brook Cemetery in Niles, Michigan for part 2.
One couple that's just buried not too far away from here about a husband who got sick and tired of his wife that pretty much hacked her up and spread her remains all over the house.
Second that I turned around, Mike's wife Brenda, who's standing right back here behind me, turned and looked in the same direction.
As with every good story, you must not forget the beginning to find the answers in the ending. Every town, every village has its own myths and legends. Some of these are steeped in fact, while others are just stories created to frighten the young. We will not forget our past. They help us to find the answers in our future. These are Paranormal Poppers, Paranormal Flashback.
Silver Brook Cemetery in Niles, Michigan for part 2 of our investigation. I'm not lying when I say this place haunts my dreams. And by the time tonight's over, I'm sure you're going to understand why. Let's get to it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark. I'm the researcher for Living Histories Mystery along with Drew, who is the chief investigator. Tonight we're in Silver Brook Cemetery. We're going to be talking about a couple stories from one couple that's just buried not too far away from here, about a husband who got sick and tired of his wife and pretty much hacked her up and spread her remains all over the house and killed himself a few weeks later. So stay tuned on that one. Also, we got another one. It is a person that walked in the cemetery and committed suicide. We're going to take you to his grave and also to the site where he killed himself. So stick around tonight. Tonight's going to be interesting. So here we're standing next to the small grave plot of Rose and Philip Plovey. Now, every marriage has their quarrels, has their problems. These two pretty much takes the cake. Rose Plovey, age 41, was a very large, domineering woman. Her husband, Philip, age 29, was a rather smaller person. I'll be putting pictures up to see and to show you guys what they look like. Went into real estate business together. They own several businesses, including a dairy farm outside Three Oaks, Michigan. This couple sure had its problems. They didn't trust each other. They hid money from each other as well. One story stated that Philip was in his bedroom and found $600 in Rose's drawer. They got upset about it. On the night of November 23rd, 1929, they had a heated argument. Rose went missing. 3 months went by. Still no sign of Rose. Authorities suspected Philip being a murder suspect for murder of Rose.
We cannot identify this hissing noise. It has been suggested that this was cicada, but 2021 was not a cicada year, and this was the second week of October, with temperatures in the 40s and 50s.
Days later, authorities went to the house to arrest Philip. When they got to the house, they had this pungent smell coming through. They found Philip's body in the basement with a bullet wound to his head. After a thorough search of the whole house and backyard, they noticed some loose dirt and found what was left of Rose. What they found was Rose's torso, her head decapitated, wrapped around a coat inside the chicken coop. During that time, they were trying to figure out where was Rose's body, what else, where were that, because a lot of her limbs were missing, a lot of other body parts were missing. So they did figure out where was Rose's body, what else, where were that, because a lot of her limbs were missing, a lot of other body parts were missing. So they did figure out where was Rose's body, what else, where were that, because a lot of her limbs were missing, a lot of other body parts were missing. So they did another thorough search. They found her limbs in the basement, in the fireplace, kitchen, all over the house. It was like a huge murder scene. Weapon of choice, what they found was the claw of the hammer. They found the murder weapon in the basement with blood, with Philip's fingerprints. During that time, here she is, Rose, buried, alongside her husband, Philip. So that's, for right there, I don't understand why Philip would still want to be buried next to his wife, who was very domineering, controlling, and then all of a sudden he decided that he hacked up his wife. Eyewitness reports state that they see a large woman, mostly Rose, haunting this section of the cemetery. For what reason, that's still a mystery. Here we're standing next to the headstone of Edward LaPierre. If you remember from segment 1 of our Silver Brook Cemetery tour, I briefly mentioned about him, that he committed suicide. I did some more information, did some more research on this guy, and back in November 1895, 3 years after his aunt Mary Comley's murder. Edward went into Silver Brook Cemetery. He was known to frequently go to the cemetery, visit his family, where his parents are going to be right next to him. His parents were abolitionists. They went into, they helped in a local Underground Railroad. Pretty much he just wanted to visit, hang out. This was pretty much his hangout spot. He was so stressed out with his wife's murder, he decided to commit suicide by taking a .32 caliber Bulldog revolver and shooting himself. That night, his family didn't know where he was at. He didn't come home from dinner. They noticed him being distraught, not himself. They knew that he liked to walk around the cemetery and found him near some steps, which I did locate. So when we get down here, I'm going to point you in the right direction where he was actually murdered, and where he actually killed himself. Due to his sudden suicide, the city of Niles was pretty much stunned. This guy was a prominent jeweler. This guy was a prominent jeweler. This guy was a prominent jeweler. He had no enemies. Pretty much, he was the
I'm back.
talk of the town. So,
Go for Drew. I'm back, sitting by the Doses house. Okie doke, brother. Sounds good.
Did we redo that, or?
To look after my wife. Keeping a close eye on her. Now we just got to keep her under control. She's over here trying to ride on the tombstones and everything. You know how she is. Copy that. Copy that. You got to watch her. I wish you would have brought that dog collar with you, but you know. Well, then I wouldn't have anything to do while I sit here by myself. Damn it, now I gotta stop recording and start over, you butt chain. Alright, go do your thing, man, I'm here. Alright, brother.
That'll be a good blooper in the. So here we're standing next to the steps that supposedly Mr. LaPierre committed suicide. What reports were stating was that there were steps close to where his family was buried.
All right, guys, we just came back to the car to move on down to Anna Eisner's grave, the fabled witch of Niles. And as I was getting the lights set up on the camera, I heard back over here in the southeast, not very far away, it was actually very loud, almost like a foot dragging, like the second that I turned around, Mike's wife Brenda, who's standing right back here behind me, turned and looked in the same direction that this noise came from. I went on, I pulled out the voice recorder, and it looks like Mark has got his EMF detector out, and we're going to see if there's anything right here in this area. So let's go on and kick this puppy on. Is anyone here? Is there anyone that would like to talk to us real quick? We're here to tell the history of the cemetery and the people in it, talk about the myths and legends that surround this huge place. Is there anyone who would like to talk to us, would like to say anything? Is anyone here? Is there anyone that would like to talk to us real quick? We're here to tell the history of the cemetery and the people in it, talk about the myths and legends that surround this huge place. Is there anyone who would like to talk to us, would like to say anything?
Let me know if you hear what I think I heard. Footsteps. All right, guys, we were just walking over towards the receiving vault, and Anna Eisner's grave. Mark's detector just said stroke and general. I tried to get the camera on in time. Anything else right now?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet?
Nothing yet.
Like I said, this place never fails.
Okay, we just got the Anna's grave, and I just got the word shame.
Shame?
Shame.
Wow.
Is she ashamed of what we're doing? Anna, this is you. What do you like to say? What do you mean by shame?
All right, guys, we are here at Anna Eisner's grave, the rumored witch of Niles. I pulled out the new laser grid. I'm actually going to set it on top of her sarcophagus right here, since she is buried above ground. And we're going to see if we grab anything up. Lasers on. Anna Eisner. My name's Drew. There's a lot of stories about you, about hobbies or religious beliefs. Are any of those true? Were you really a practitioner of witchcraft? Were you in league with the devil? What do you want? Can you help us to understand? Sitting on top of your sarcophagus right now is these two little black boxes, and you'll see a red light going from one box to the other. Can you walk through that light beam, that stream of red light? Can you walk through it and let us know that you're here? I mean, help us understand. What do you want? Is there anything in particular that you want that we can help you get?
Now this was shocking. If you look in the background, you will see a shadow appear basically out of nowhere and stroll across the center of the screen between Mark and I, and then vanish. It's important to note that Mike, our security officer, is a retired county sheriff and Department of Corrections officer. There's only one gate into the cemetery, and he is watching it. There is no one in this cemetery besides Mike, who is 60 yards away, Mark and I, who you see our shadows in that frame, and Mike's wife Brenda, who is standing just off to my right.
My name's Drew. There's a lot of stories about you, about hobbies or religious beliefs. Are any of those true? Were you really a practitioner of witchcraft? Were you in league with the devil? What do you want? What do you... Can you help us to understand? Sitting on top of your sarcophagus right now is these two little black boxes, and you'll see a red light going from one box to the other. Can you walk through that light beam, that stream of red light? Can you walk through it and let us know that you're here? I mean, help us understand. What do you want? Is there anything in particular that you must understand? What do you want?
That said your soul.
Is there anything in particular that you want that we could help you get?
Soul. Again. What the hell? Okay, I could not make that out. We'll have to check that out in editing. I could not make out what that last sentence was. Okay, guys, we were heading down to the receiving vault. I just got a call on the walkie from Mark. He's back at his car. He spotted a dark shadow in the middle of the road. So we're heading back that direction. Hopefully I can find it in the dark and don't find the shadow first. All right, guys, we just got back over here to Mark's car. What'd you see, bud?
I was just walking down the main roadway to my right, and I could have sworn I saw a dark figure. Now, it could be my eyes, I have no idea. But I could have sworn I saw something right by the road area. Now, I went over there to debunk and see if it was a tree or anything. There is 2 trees over there. But where this figure was at, it was right in between the trees. I thought it was going to be like a larger headstone. No, there is no large headstones in that area. Like I said, I went in over there to make sure if it was a headstone, tree, bush, or whatever. I don't know what this was. So, yeah.
Been getting things on the voice box, been getting things on the digital recorder. It's time to pull out some of the other equipment and see what we can find. Is anybody here? Box A, box B, box C. You're right here. Who are you? I know who. Him. I'm getting a lot of lighting, but no sound. What kind of test was you giving us? Why the two bangs? You want to talk? Faster. Why bang bang? Noah. Who is Noah?
Evening.
It is evening. It just turned 8 o'clock in the evening. What do you want? Do you want to talk?
6.
Sick. I have been sick. How do you know I've been sick?
Saw.
You saw I've been sick? Is there anyone here that would like to talk to us? Anyone here that has a message? This little silver box in my hand right here will record your voice, and we can all hear your message. Do you have a message for us? Do you have something you'd like to tell us? Is there anyone here that would like to talk to us? Anyone here that has a message? Wait, what? Is there anyone here that would like to talk to us? Anyone here that has a message?
Yeah, I heard that.
This little silver box in my hand right here will record your voice, and we can all hear your message.
message for us? Do you have something you'd like to tell us?
It's at this time we realize we have a lot more activity occurring, both visually and audibly. We know this is not people, as we have complete cooperation from the city, the cemetery sexton, and local law enforcement who are doing regular patrols around the perimeter of the cemetery to make sure no one is climbing the fences, and we have Mike guarding the one gate in and out. We can't explain this.
I'm holding a little black box in my hand that's got 2 red lights on it. Do you think you could make more of the lights light up? Now I just want to show you guys real quick. At this distance, it does not pick up the camera or anything. It's not until I get this close that it picks it up. Whatever we just picked up was standing right here behind me. Alright guys, I pulled out the Raptor. I'm going to see what we can get on this thing. Is anyone here? Would anyone like to talk to us? That thing just said, watch out. I heard, watch out. One warning after another.
I'm going to bring you back and see how you doing. Mike, come in. How you doing, man?
It's all good here.
Is there anybody here that would like to talk to us? There's that raising field. I have this thing pointing behind me, for those of you that can't see.
Now, we can't explain this heightened level of interaction that we were receiving. nor can we explain why the spirit box suddenly quit picking up anything. With the local radio stations and stuff, there should be some kind of voices or electronic data coming through, but we are receiving nothing. This site is just one question after another.
Who's there? Why won't you talk to us? Say something. Don't be a coward. I heard Anna Eisner say earlier she couldn't find my soul. It's there and it's strong. Just don't be afraid and speak to us. You speak to us, we leave you alone. I hear music. Why am I hearing music like a music box? I hope the camera picked that up. I heard music like a music box.
Can't be from the road. We're too far away.
I can't explain this uncontrolled aggression, and frankly, I'm very ashamed of it. I never taunt or get hostile towards the spirits at an investigation, but I couldn't control it.
Just what I wanted to do tonight. Come out here and film cowards. All right, guys, I don't know if you can hear this or not. I'm still getting the sound from this device. Picture is gone. Now the sound's gone. I'm not getting the activity that I thought I was going to get, but I've definitely got something's attention. All right, guys, I'm not quite sure if you can see the lights or not. Right over here on the left side of the screen, about in the center, is the transmitter of the laser grid. Then down here, you see the red light flashing off and on. That is the receiver of the laser grid. I set it up right here in this personal family plot. It cuts the corner between two roads. Any activity here, that grid will pick it up. If anybody's here, walk between the two red lights. If you walk between the two red lights, the one over here closest to the ground will blink. A little alarm should go off. That'll let us know you're here, and you don't have to say anything to let us know you're here. Guys, guys. I know it's really hard to see me. I am picking up lights to the north of our current location. It's almost like a flashlight being wove around out there. I just spotted it a second ago when I went to put the grid back into the carrying case. You don't see any movement out there, any shadows, but I just got the reflection off of a tombstone almost lighting up the entire stone. We're going to put up the devices for a second. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way, by eye and ear. See what we can find. This is the direction Mark saw his shadow figure in earlier. I was just hearing music again.
That's Brenda's phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Brenda's phone. That's debunked. That was Brenda's phone.
Okay. That one there is debunked, guys. But that still don't explain the music box music I heard earlier. What Anna Eisner said earlier bothers me. When I was using that voice recorder, I would swear when I asked what they wanted, she said, "Your soul," and then turned right around and said, just not a minute later, said, "Where is your soul? I can't see your soul." My biggest fear that when I died and came back, I only came back. Alright guys, we're back where we started at, over here at the entrance to the cemetery. I've got the grid set up. Side of Rose and Philip Plovey. I'm gonna put the laser EMF detector right on their grave, and we're gonna pull out the voice recorder, and we're gonna do the triple wham bam, and we're gonna see if we can come up with anything. Rose or Philip Plovey. My name is Drew. I am here to tell people your story. If you'll look on either side of your grave, you'll see a red light. If you move between them, it'll make the one on the south side on the highest stone blink. Also, leaning up against your grave is another little black box, and if you can get close to that box, you will cause lights to light up on it. Now, there are stories that Rose walks this area. She has startled people before. Can you talk to us? Can you tell us anything?
We were shocked at the interaction the Plovies provided after the last couple hours of being so solemn and getting moderate interaction. This was really shocking. The Plovies provided audio, visual, and EVPs. I couldn't believe it.
Rose or Philip Plovey. My name is Drew. I am here to tell people your story.
Oh, we just got something.
If you'll look on either side of your grave, you'll see a red light. If you move between them, it'll make the ones on the one on the south side on the highest stone blink. Also, leaning up against your grave is another little black box, and if you can get close to that box, you will call
We're getting
lights
stuff.
to light up on it. Now, there are stories that Rose walks this area. She has startled people before. Can you talk to us? Can you tell us anything?
All right, guys, that's going to conclude our visit back to Silver Brook Cemetery here in Niles, Michigan for part 2 of the investigation. It wasn't as active as I thought it was going to be, and I'm not so scared of the place anymore. But tonight, it was a Friday night. There's a lot of traffic out here. There's a lot of background noise, and there's a lot of interference. It seems like every time things seemed like they were going to start to pick up, that's when traffic would pick up and everything quieted back down. But we still got some great voice recordings. We got some good messages through, and I can't wait to go into editing so I can put on the headphones, set up the voice recognition or the word recognition system, and run through them. Of course, thank you to Mark for doing all the research on this place. He never fails, man. He always goes above and beyond. My buddy Mike, his wife Brenda. Brenda was along, watching what we were doing, kind of getting a feel for it. I think I might bring her out on a few more of these investigations. Mike sat in the Crown Vic all evening long right here at the gate, made sure we were safe. Thanks to these old trusty radios that we got now, we have communication without, you know, 2 cups and a string. A little bit more high-tech now than we used to be. Hope you learned a thing or two.
I did.
Good, because I'm going to end up bringing you back out on some more of them.
Okay.
She's a good tale. She fell behind a couple times, but we always stop for her, make sure she's safe.
She's always game.
She's always game. It's what you got to be. But all right, guys, that'll do it, like I said, for Silver Brook Cemetery, Part 2. Maybe it don't haunt my dreams so much anymore. We'll see what I find in editing. See how much the hair stands up on the back of my neck then. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. We'll see you on down the road. Welcome back. You know, it's like I was saying in the beginning.
Something's happening in our community. Places that have always given us free reign, even volunteered on duty and off duty police officers to come by, check on us, see how things are going. They say it's because of vandalism. But yet when you drive through or by these cemeteries and stuff in the daylight, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Have a lot of these places finally realized that their sites are money makers? God only knows. But it's really kind of it's really inhibited paranormal teams from going in and investigating these different legendary haunted locations. Silver Brook Cemetery in Niles, Michigan is another cemetery on the top 10 list of most haunted cemeteries in the state of Michigan. I've got real lucky with my investigations. I have 2 of the top 10 most haunted cemeteries within a 40-minute drive. Something has to happen. Something has to happen. We got to build our credibility. We have to get the positive name back out where people can see that we're not the ones that are vandalizing. When we go in and do an investigation, if we see vandalism, we try to fix it. Tombstones knocked over, statues knocked over. We're the ones that are trying to set them back up and ask for forgiveness from the spirits for what other people have done. That's not only the paranormal investigator in me, but it's the ordained minister as well. These are supposed to be places of holy ground, places of rest. And as long as people are going in and they're damaging these locations, not only are they causing unrest, but they're damaging prospects for us as well. But that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. And we'll see you out there.